little disclaimer here. I know I said I was going to continue with the timeline on markets, but I feel like this is a good time to put out this video here for this week because I just did this market. So while it's fresh on my mind and I'm doing a recap for you all, I'm just going to go ahead put this one out now, and then any videos that you see after this one for markets, I'm just going to go ahead and put a little disclaimer to let you know that this was a previous market. Is that okay with you all? Because I don't want to keep having my channel in the past. I want to cover some stuff that's up to date now. So let's just go ahead and continue on with the video for this market here. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So it is September 6th and I have a market today. It's down in Manhattan, so I'm getting ready to go because I'm, of course, behind time. So I will check in when I'm there and all set up and ready to go. So I am here, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm here at the storage unit and it is closed and it is after opening time. So there is a group of people, I know I look a little dark, but there's a group of people here waiting for the workers to come and open the unit. And I would go ahead and go to the market, but all my equipment is inside my storage unit, my tent, my table, my displays, everything. So hopefully it is after 8:30, though it's around 8:45. Hopefully they come sooner than later so that I can grab this stuff and go. But I did call the coordinator because the event starts at 10 a.m. and it doesn't take too long to get there from here, but I did call the coordinator and let her know that I'm running late. Alright, I am in the storage unit and she finally came, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab this stuff real quick and try and load into the Uber downstairs. I'm so glad that he decided to wait with me, but it's definitely gonna cost me some money. So let me go ahead and get this stuff real quick. I hope you guys can hear me because I'm using a little fuzzy mic, but I am all set up finally. It is 12:53 and I finished setting up at, not 12, it is 10:53. That's how discombobulated I am right now, but it is 10:53. I got finished setting up at 10:47. Tablet is working. I got 2 sales already. The market started at 10 a.m. and as you know, I ended up not having my storage unit open on time. So that's why I wasn't able to set up in time. But I am here and people are walking through and I had no idea it was going to be this many people. So I hope I bought enough inventory to make it to 6 o'clock. It is a nice breeze. The sun is out. It is sunny. Duh, the sun is out. But it is a nice breeze. And yeah, I am ready for today. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it by myself though, because I didn't know it's going to be like streets. It's like stretching all the way down to, I think, 68th Street. And I'm on 78th Street. So that's 10 blocks. And then it's stretching, I think, further down that way. So if I read it correctly, I think it's from 86th Street down to 68th Street. But put that the other way. But yeah, I am rambling, as you all know. I am rambling. I have my little fan here. I forgot to charge the ceiling one that I had for the Jersey one. I forgot to charge it last night, so I don't have it today, but it is a light breeze and I'm hoping it stays a light breeze for the day. I did bring my two of my sandbags just in case. And yeah, that is pretty much it. 2 sales, 1 card diffuser, 1 reed diffuser, and we'll see what else sells during the day. I'm hoping the room sprays do, because people haven't been buying the room sprays like they did in the beginning of the year and like they did last year. So I got the travel ones there as well. I only bought one of each today because I didn't know how they were going to do, but we will see with the New York crowd. New York crowd is not the same as the New Jersey crowd. So, but that is it. My table, I showed you guys my table. It's all set up. And now I'm just sitting here ready to go. I do like this director's chair is what it's called. It's my father's chair. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like, but it's my father's chair. And he used to use it because he was 6'7", 6'9", so he used to use it when we go to the parks and he have a place to sit down. But I like this because it puts me at eye level with people that are coming to the table. So, but I will check in a little later with you guys.
A cucumber oasis.
Sure. And that's it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can tap whenever you're ready. The square is right here. And do you need your receipt? So the diffuser comes with the sticks as well on the side.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. There you go.
Have a great day.
You too. Enjoy. Thank you. So this is how far the market stretches. So I'm sorry guys, I can't like show. It actually goes all the way down there, and then it goes all the way down there. So it is a huge market going across here. Wow.
Calming spa day. You have a big one though?
Yes.
Oh, I guess
You can get in the candle too. Do you want the, so the candle one comes in the 14 and then it comes in the 21 as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like this one.
Oh, that's good.
Five. There you go. 6, and here is your candle. You're welcome.
Those are so good. They smell so good. That's for the
Thank you.
bathrooms and everything.
Bathroom, living room, home office, office at work, wherever you want to put them.
What is it? It's like
It's a car diffuser.
but you can
Put them anywhere. Mhm.
Yeah. So I want to get the same scent. Now I'm like, this is a way to try it to see.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna try that one.
Okay.
And you don't have that grapefruit.
The peaceful one, yeah.
There it is. Peaceful Paloma.
So,
Alright, that's it for me. Test it out before I leave. And if I like it, I'll get a bigger one. Yeah. Which one? Oh, you got the... I got the
Oris Lux.
What's the damage?
so it comes out to $77.30. So you can tap, yes, whenever you're ready.
Good setup. Yeah, it's nice.
Thank
Everything
you.
you've done is with like detail, right? Attention to detail.
It like took me forever.
So this is when I regret not bringing my phone in my
And there you go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I put
How do you say
my,
your name?
well, the name of the company is Lanacia Marie, and Lanacia is my middle name.
Okay.
Marie is my mother's middle
Oh,
name.
nice. Okay.
My name I normally go by is the nickname of my first name, so Tammy. Everyone
Okay.
calls me Tammy. I'm like running into a whole story, but everyone.
You fit in with us, so that's...
I am checking in with you all because I have to. It is 12:16 and I just finished getting a large sale, so I am excited for that. But the day is going. There are a lot of people still walking through. Like I showed you all before, it is stretching far down the streets. And Manhattan streets, if you've been in New York and you know Manhattan, these streets are long. So I'm excited that people are stopping by. My weed diffusers are starting to go, and I kind of feel like I didn't pack enough inventory, just enough inventory for this market here because I had no idea it was going to be this big. But yeah, I will check in again with you all a little later down the road. Wow, it is a lot of people. Let me see if I can adjust this just slightly. And I know it's dark under here, but the sun has decided not to show up. But it is a lot of people walking by. Wow. I'm trying my best not to drink all my water because it's gonna have to last me to 6 o'clock. And it's only 12:22. But because it's so hot out here, I'm like thirsty. I don't know what it is, but every time I go to do an outdoor market, it can be nice the entire week. But every time I go to do an outdoor market, it wants to be the hottest. But this is going pretty good. I feel like I want to aim for these a little more because there's so many people. I cannot tell you how many people are here, and it's not like I'm selling out completely, but you know, still, I am getting some sales here. I just want the candles to move some, and then I did sell a coastal. Okay. I did sell a coastal, the only coastal comfort I bought with me because I didn't think anyone would buy the 10-ounce candles because they normally don't. But I would like for the room sprays to move as well, but at least the diffusers are going. So there's that. This is 13, the travel spray is 9.
I'm gonna take one of the small ones.
The small one?
Can we get that for our car? I'll just get it all because I'm gonna get. Can I get the mahogany nice candle?
Sure.
And then can I get the crimson bloom diffuser?
Do you need a bag?
Yeah, we're gonna get a few.
We're gonna get the.
Oh, okay. Is it together or separate? Okay.
Then mahogany nights. That's a great candle.
Y'all pull up. She made these by hand. Okay. We got some diffusers and some candles. My favorite is crimson bloom. This is so beautiful. Today I'm on a quest supporting everybody black. Okay. And I love that she made it herself. She came, she got her own station. This is fire.
Thank you. So feel free to smell any of them you like, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I can open it for you if you want. Good. Oh my gosh, now it doesn't want to open for me.
These days, I actually have been taking showers with only candlelight.
Oh.
It's lovely. I think I'll do one of the big ones.
The big
for
one?
The relaxing short side.
We just got another sale on the day, and this one is going very, very well. It's going very well. My thing is, I hope I can get out of here in time to like put all this stuff away, but I highly doubt it. I'm trying to look because the tester reed diffusers are actually in the sun. So I don't want the sun to like change the color of it or to like start evaporating it because I noticed the levels have been going down and down with each market I do. So it should be fine. I'm not too worried about them like turning or changing. I'm worried more about the refills doing that while it's sitting out there. And then the wax melts and the wax sachets look like they're holding up well. I don't think the sun is going to be here much longer. So, hi, how are you today? Good. So feel free to smell anything you like at the table. You're welcome. So it's 27.22, so tap when you're ready. I'm gonna run out of wax samples before I'm done. All right, let me sit here and talk with you guys as people come up. I think I need paper towel. Hold on. All right. Okay, everyone. So I am checking in. I'm like trying to sit in this chair here, but I am checking in. It is 2:02, and wow, it has been busy. It has been busy, busy, busy. I am almost sold out of my reed diffusers. I have 4 left. I have more candles, but they are selling. And then the room sprays, I sold a couple of room sprays. The car diffusers have slowed down on sales, but in the beginning, I was selling the car diffusers. So we have 3 hours left of the market, and then I'm gonna try and pack up a little bit before. It is hot. I have been sweating like water since this morning, since I woke up. I don't know what's going on, but I really do miss my little ceiling fan because I think that would have helped today. And then I'm trying not to use this fan here completely out because I want to use it when I pack up into the Uber to head back because I know I'm going to be a sweaty mess. So yeah, it's not bad. It's going pretty well. It's going well. I kind of panicked a little bit in the beginning because once I saw how huge the crowd was on both ends, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm here by myself. No one's coming today. It's just gonna be just me. Oh, and I don't have my headband on. If you've noticed, no headband today. I figured why not show the little gray in the front here. And yeah, I panicked a little bit because the crowd was huge on both sides. So to give you a little idea of this market, we are a small section of a larger section of the entire fair, the entire street fair. And let me show you all the people that's walking by. While it might not seem like a lot, that's because people are like bottlenecked on either side of me, and they're just making their way through the street fair. And then behind me I have the bike lane, so I'm constantly like hearing the bikes whiz on by, but it's fine. So yeah, I'm just trying to take a little break before people come back to the table. And the siren going by. Oh wait, oh, it's a fire truck. FDNY. It is, the sun is going down, so that's why the light is out. But yeah, I have all of that going on around me and people walking by. So I will check in with you all a little bit later. So I am checking in again because the sun has gone down and it looks like it is about to rain, and we're about to have severe thunderstorm. It's what I have on my app here. So hopefully it's not that bad. Yeah, it has gotten really dark and cloudy, and the sun has said goodbye until later. So hopefully it's not that bad because I was doing really well, and there's still a good amount of people out here walking. And then there was lightning just now, a flash of lightning just now, and we heard thunder probably about, I want to say about 4 minutes ago. So I will see what happens, and we'll see what goes on the rest of this market. And there's the thunder. All right. Well, this is the end result of my table after this thunderstorm that just happened. So all my products are pretty much soaked, no matter how far I pulled it back in there. But boy, do I have a story for you all, because wow, 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 wow. So, Lord. It's a lot of damage here, a lot of damage. And hopefully my fan still work. All my bags, all my cards, my wagon soaked. Everything's just soaked. Wet. Weights soaked. Everything soaked. So I'm just gonna pack up because I am soaked myself. So I'm just gonna start packing this stuff up. I don't even know what to do now, because wow, I didn't think it was gonna be that intense, but it was that intense. So I don't think anything broke. I did hear some crashing, but I think it was the hooks that was on my rack. But I don't think anything broke. But yeah, that is the disaster after a thunderstorm. And I think it's supposed to rain the rest of the way. So yeah, that's the check-in, guys. Sooner than later, that is the check-in. So I don't know. Everything's just wet. Oh my god. A first for everything, and this is the first time I've gotten rained on like this. So yeah. Alright. Stuff is in the storage unit, and I am on my way home soaking wet. So I'll come back in like 2 days to dry everything out on Monday. Yeah, to dry everything out, because this is crazy. But that is it. That is me ending my day early. All right, everyone. So welcome back for the recap of this market that I just did on September 6th. Now it is a couple of days after the market, and I am recovering from what happened, and we're going to get into it. And also, I'm still drying out my stuff from Saturday. So yeah, this was an experience, but I am not going to ramble on. I'm going to go ahead and get into the market recap. All right, so the market that I just did was for Makers Manifest. It was on 3rd Avenue, and it was a huge market. I had no idea that it was going to be this huge, because when I signed up for it, it was really for one section of the market. So we were between 78th Street and 79th Street, but the market stretched from 68th Street all the way down to, I believe, 80th Street or further. I don't know, because when I looked, it it was far. It was far in the distance, and there was, well, we'll get to how many people were there. I was supposed to be there at the earliest 9 o'clock so that I can start setting up, because the event started at 10 a.m. So I left my house a little bit after 8 o'clock because it really just takes me about 30 minutes to get over there. I had time to take everything downstairs and then go ahead to the storage unit and grab the rest of the stuff. Well, when we arrived at the storage unit, it was probably around 8:24, and I noticed that my storage unit was closed. Now, the gates open up every day at 8 a.m., so I figured I would have no problem going in and doing what I normally do. But when we pulled up, there was a crowd outside, and like I just said, the gates were closed and there was no workers in sight. So my Uber driver, he was nice enough to stick around and he parked off to the side. I ended up getting out and speaking to some of the people in the crowd, asking like what's going on, and they told me that the workers hadn't arrived yet, and this wasn't the only time that this has happened. The gentleman that I had spoke with, he said that it happens at least 2 or 3 times a month. So that's not good for business, for your employees not to be there on time or not to have some type of backup plan. So there was nothing really I could do except for call the coordinator and let her know that I was running late and that I wouldn't be set up in time for the event. And thankfully, she was very understanding and she said, "It's no problem. Once you get here, we'll sort everything out." So, as soon as I got off the phone with her, I want to say probably about 2 minutes after I got off the phone, the worker came, she pulled up, she opened the gate, and she let us all in. So I went upstairs, grabbed all my stuff, and hopped into back into the Uber and we headed off. So I ended up getting to the actual location probably 8 minutes after 9 a.m., which wasn't too bad. And then once I got there, I ended up setting up as usual, and I wasn't done officially setting up everything until 10:47. Now, I got my first sale that day at 10:14 because like I said, it started at 10 a.m. So, I was kind of rushing to like get everything together so that I can ring up these two gentlemen, and they ended up buying a reed diffuser from me from the start. So that just got rid of that feeling of not getting my first sale of the day. So on that day, I really didn't check the weather. And normally I check the weather for before all my markets, just so I can get prepared or get a little upset if rain is coming or wind is coming. But I didn't really check the weather that day. But I knew it was going to be sunny. And I figured when I was at the storage unit, I'm not going to take my all of my sandbags. I'm going to take my plates with me, my weight plates, and then I'm going to take two sandbags with me. And that should do for the entire event where I didn't really have to worry about anything happening. So the day started off with that first sale, and I was happy for that. And as I'm watching, as the hour is going, I'm noticing that there is a lot of people. There is a huge crowd of people on both ends. They were like pretty much bottlenecked down this way, and then they were bottlenecked down this way. And I didn't understand how huge of an event this was going to be. Now I know for the future. But people started coming to the table and started smelling things. I started to do my regular lines that I do for everyone, and I started to interact with people as they came. But I felt a little overwhelmed because it was just me and I did not plan for that many people to come at my table at one time. And it wasn't like it was a huge crowd, but it definitely was more than two people coming at a time. So I had to like manage my way through that situation as well and try to answer questions from people who are asking while also simultaneously ringing up someone who's purchasing stuff. So as far as the traffic goes, it most definitely was there. It wasn't just a like a pop-up type thing or just a regular market. This was like an actual street fair. So it was a good time. It was a good event and I really enjoyed it. There were moments where I thought because I kept getting sale after sale, which is honestly my first time having that experience. I was starting to think, oh my gosh, I'm going to run out of inventory and it's not even 2 o'clock yet. Oh, and the event went from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I really didn't know how to plan for this, and I did not expect that many people. And it's good to know in advance, and I think that's where going to an event before you sign up to it is really worth it so that you can see the dynamic of the market. But this time around, I figured it was like the other two that I did in May and I underestimated the attendance there. But it was fine all the way up until 2 p.m. Now, the reason why I say it was fine all the way up to 2 p.m. is because that's when the weather started to shift. And then the sun started to go down, kind of like it's going in and out now. So around 3 o'clock is when all heck broke loose, and that was that was an experience to say the least. So I and my vendor neighbor over here, we noticed that the clouds were starting to roll in. The crowd was getting just a little bit lesser than it was. So I'm thinking in my head that everything's fine. It's going to be a passing shower. Let me just pull my table back further under the tent and everything should be fine. But the minute I heard the thunder clap, and then a few minutes later, I saw the lightning, and then another thunderclap, I knew this wasn't your regular little passing shower. We were pretty much hit with a complete monsoon of rain. And it was, I would have loved to record what I went through on Saturday, but I was too busy holding down my tent and making sure it didn't blow away because the wind just shifted my tent completely off of three of my weight plates. And when I look back, so I was in the front trying to protect my products. It was over with. I couldn't protect anything after that, trying to protect my products while holding on to my tent in the front. The back of my tent is now flying up off the ground, including the sandbag that was attached to one of the legs. So I'm holding on for dear life. I noticed the coordinator was across from me with another vendor helping her, and she's letting everybody know, hey, lower your tent down, lower your tent down. So that's what I started to do. I started to lower my tent down, but I don't think I lowered it enough. All my products that were sitting up, my car diffusers, ended up falling over, crashing to the ground. All the hooks on my stand that was holding them crashing to the ground. My bags fell over, flew into the back of the tent, soaked in the water. My business cards, any anything that was in that basket that I used for my checkout, all on the ground, soaking wet. My candles wet. My diffusers ended up because they were open. I didn't even have time to close any of them. So my display diffusers full of water. My candles were open, full of water. The candles that were packaged are now in soaked boxes. My shelving is getting drenched, and as I'm recording this right now, I have yet to go to my storage unit to see the actual damage, if anything. My wagon completely soaked. My tablet was out, and so too was my father's phone that I used to record while I'm there on. Soaked. My pants, my clothes, everything was drenched. My face was drenched. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. My table was completely soaking wet. And what fell over, fell over. What didn't fall over stayed there and just got poured down on. And we're just like just trying to hold on. I can hear some people screaming because their stuff has fallen over and ended up breaking. Two vendors in my section, their tents ended up going airborne and they had weights on them and then flew to our side and crashed down. Luckily, the one over here ended up falling short right in front of the vendors to the left of me. And then on this side, we didn't have any vendors in that space. Thank God. We didn't have any vendors in that space that was next to the other distillery. So that tent went into the air and then it crashed down onto the ground. So yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. My little notebook that I keep all my notes in, it's still wet. My notebook is now damaged. So I will not be going any further once it dries. It was a complete disaster for what started out as a great day. We had another shower, the second shower, and it wasn't as bad. So now I'm just holding down everything. And my square was also like floating in a puddle of water on the ground. The good thing is the rain subsided finally, and we were able to clean up. Of course, the event is over because a lot of people's products were ruined because of the water. So we really couldn't go on after that. So we all just started to pack up, like the entire fair just started to pack up. My new display stand was drenched and I couldn't take it apart, so I just left it like that. I called my first Uber and he decided that he couldn't follow directions, so he left and canceled on me. The second Uber driver, he listened to directions, drove over to my spot, and we just, me and him just threw everything into his car and was on our way. I was done. I wasn't even mad at the fact that that happened. I was just shocked, and I'm thinking to myself like, we this is what happens. This is what can come with the territory. So I can't be too mad at it. I could be mad at what it did to my products, but I can't be too mad at it because it's mother nature and this is what happened. But yeah, it just started off great. It started off wonderful, and then it just turned into a disaster at the end. And like I said before, I really can't blame Mother Nature because that's what Mother Nature does. But not everything was lost in the day. We did have a good market from 10 a.m. all the way up until almost 3 p.m. and a good amount of people that came through. And I got some sales from that day. So I have my square on my phone here, and we are going to go ahead and go over the numbers. All right, so for this market that I did, I had 15 sales on the day, and I made $431.87. Now I'm going to go with the top categories of the day because there wasn't one specific product that sold the most of the day, but I'm going to go with my reed diffusers was my top seller, followed by my card diffusers, my 8-ounce candles, and my refills, shockingly, are a tie. And then I sold my mahogany nights candle and my coastal candle, which are my 10-ounce candles. So now the question is, did I make my vendor fee and transportation back? And the answer is yes, I made both of them back. The vendor fee for this market is a little bit pricier than what I budgeted for markets this year, and that was $195. So I did make both fees, both transportation back, and I made the vendor fee back and had a little profit left over. Now, had it not rained, I'm estimating that I probably would have made 600, probably 600 or more for that day alone. So when it comes to the positives, it's definitely the traffic that was going through. It was the flow of things. While I felt overwhelmed because I was there by myself, having to deal with everything, I was also excited. I was also in shock at everything and what was going on, and I still continued to push myself through and make the sales that I did. Sun in the beginning, the weather in the beginning was a positive. I kind of wanted to take my new ceiling fan that I have for my tent, but after what happened, I am glad that I didn't take it. Oh, and my tablet is fine, working fine. My father's phone is working fine. My Square is working fine. And my actual phone is working fine. Thank you for Samsung and their waterproof devices, because I don't know what I would do if they were older models and they went through that day. The negative of the entire day was the rain. The rain that came. That was the negative. That's what killed the entire party, because everybody was having a good time out there. Now the question is, will I do this event again? And I want to say absolutely I want to do this event again. I now know what to expect. I now know how to plan my inventory for that day, and the diffusers were definitely the hit of the day. But the candles also sold as well. So that's something I can work out for next year. So this is one of the ones that are definitely a plus and is going to be on the list moving forward. But yeah, that is the recap. I think I covered everything. I think I covered everything that happened. That was the first time for me to have something like that happen. Oh, and if you're wondering what happened to my products, shockingly, and I'm happy for it, and I don't have to put in any claim or anything, the only thing that was really damaged with my products was the packaging. So the packaging can be replaced. The products are still intact. There's nothing wrong with any of them. I do have to switch out some of the labels, and of course I have to put the new packaging on them. Nothing chipped from the car diffusers, although I still have to, I want to like thoroughly examine them all, but nothing chipped, nothing damaged. And then as far as the displays, those, that's the real damage there. So I have to remake all my displays for my reed diffusers and my candles. Overall, it wasn't that bad. I lost a good amount of my business cards that I just ordered and took some of them out there. My care cards got damaged to the products, so I have to replace those. And then the wax sachets are the only products that I feel really have, I might have to like do over again, because they were in those cardboard pillow boxes, and those did not make it through the rain at all. So I might want to think about investing and putting them in a different type of packaging where even if the rain damages the outer package, the product itself is not hurt or anything. So I'll be researching and looking into that. I know that I am lucky that most of my products were not damaged, but there are some vendors who unfortunately lost some of their products in that storm. So while it started off good, it did end in a disaster for a good amount of us. But yeah, that's what comes with running a small business and doing these outdoor vendor markets. All right, so yeah, that is it for this market here and this recap. Started off great and ended in a disaster, but I think we all unfortunately will experience something like that. But if you did enjoy this video, then go ahead and hit that like button and share and comment down below. Let me know what some of you all have experienced as your worst market that you've gone through so far. And if you are new here or you have not subscribed yet, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you can be notified when the next new video comes out. We are really close to hitting 1,000 subscribers on this channel, and I am always grateful for the support that I get here and that you all enjoy what you see here. So it brightens my day to do the YouTube videos for you all. Now I am going to go ahead and test this new candle here. This is for my fall slash winter collection. So I'm testing them, and it's going to be this little jar here, and it's a 4 ounce. So far, it's doing okay. It's on its third hour right now, so it's doing all right for the first burn. And I will speak more about those in another video because I don't want to give away what my plans are for those little small jars for this coming fall winter season. But I'm going to continue to test that. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. And don't forget to show yourself a little more appreciation. So until next time, this is Tammy saying, take care, everyone.